everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a video on the, let me get the box, the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. My ring light's gonna blind you guys. They sent me all of the shades. So it's 17 shades. Look at this. Look at all these shades. So they have light, medium, dark, and I will swatch all of them on my wrist for you. What I love about this is her daughter right here. Her daughter is so beautiful, the creator of Jouer. This is available on the 17th. So is that today? Yeah, that's today. Launches today. I do have a discount code with Jouer. You can save 15%. It is Lola15 off. I will leave that down below. So this says that it is a high coverage, the Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. It retails for $38. Oh crap, my camera died, so I don't know where I was talking. Let me read you a little bit about what it says about it. The Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation is supreme coverage. It's only 0.68 fluid ounces, and the reason for that is you just need literally one dot will do your entire face. So you're using minimal product. So although most typical foundations are 1 fluid ounce, this is so highly concentrated that you're only going to need a little bit of product. And I think that that's one of the great things about it, is it has such supreme coverage. So it's supreme coverage, lightweight, long wearing, essential high coverage cream foundation creates an impeccable airbrushed matte finish instantly. Simply smooth a small amount of the concentrated formula onto the skin with Jouer's Essential Precision Foundation and buff to reveal your perfect complexion. So this is their foundation brush that they also came out with in this collection. And I'm going to use this to apply the foundation. So just kind of like an artiste brush and put it all over. Now I've seen Christina, who is the owner and creator of Jouer, put this all over her face in so many different videos, and I'm like, I cannot wait till this foundation comes out. So it says that it has a tripeptide complex, hyaluronic acid, cucumber extract, long-wearing airbrush matte finish, and lightweight. So thank you so much to Jouer for sending me all of these shades to try, which I will swatch them all on my arm so that you can see the color selection. Now I typically wear light with a little bit more neutral undertone. So the color that I think that I'm going to be in is Sand is the end of the lightest color. 5 light shades, and Sand is the darkest of the light shades, but it is, the color says it is a light warm. And then Almond is the other shade, and that is a medium warm. So I'm gonna mix. Mainly I'm going to use this with 1 drop of this in it because I do have a little bit of a tan going on. Now this is a matte foundation, so I'm not going to use, I already have moisturized my face, but I'm not going to use a matte primer. I've been using the Too Faced primer and I don't really want to use that one. I kind of just want to spray my face with a little bit of this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water because I want to give a little bit more hydration. I do have like Murad lotion on my face right now, so I'm just going to do this instead of doing a typical primer because I don't want to use matte primer, matte foundation because I typically have a little bit drier skin since this is already a matte finish. Now I'm going to challenge myself to just use 1 drop. So I've used this foundation before and I've never used it though with this brush. The jar is frosted, so everything looks lighter than it actually is. That's why I'm going to do swatches and show you. But this says shake well. I love the packaging of this. So it is the frosted glass bottle with this gold lid. So let's just go ahead, and it has a gold pump on the inside. And I'm going to do like a half pump of this with just another like tiny little pump of that. So this is probably about 1 full pump, and I really just want to see how 1 full pump works on the face. So I'm just going to dot this all over, and we're going to see. I still have foundation left on my hand from that first full pump. All right, let's just start. I'm going to start on this side. Ooh, that's really, really, I mean, blends right in. Super duper full coverage, as you can see. Whoa. It's really, really pretty. Like I said, I've worn this before. I haven't used it with this brush, but it blends so beautifully with this brush. Like, this is just taking no time at all. And the first time I wore it, I did like 2 pumps of each. That was definitely way too much. I had way too much wasted foundation. Since this is so lightweight, like, you just don't need to use a ton. And I have a little bit of pigmentation like up near my hairline from getting burnt too many times. I like this brush a lot. This applies it beautifully. Honestly, I don't even feel like I need more coverage. I'm going to use the last bit that was on my hand just for giggles on my cheek area, because that's where I would mainly use it the most. I'll put a little bit here up on my forehead. Wow. Okay, like I said, I've worn this before, so I know how it looks on the skin, but I wasn't paying like extremely close attention to it because I was just kind of putting it on to see how it wore throughout the day. But now I want to give you guys the thoughts on this foundation. Well, first of all, I love this brush. That just blended it in like an absolute dream. When you look close up, I feel like it is already kind of drying down a little bit. Still a little bit tacky, but my skin is fully, completely covered. I love, love, love the way that it looks on the skin. It does not adhere to any of my dry patches or anything. Feels really nice. It has that hyaluronic acid in it, so it's doing good things for your skin, plumping the skin. I'm going to go ahead and put on concealer, and then I don't even know if I'm going to use powder to set this because it will dry down to a matte finish. But let me go ahead and conceal my under eyes, and then we'll come back. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the rest of my makeup on. I just kind of went for simple makeup today on my eyes. I just kind of put a little bit of eyeliner and smoked it out. But I wanted to show you what it looks like with all the products on, my makeup completed. I have like a little bit of lip product on, or like lip gloss on. I'm wearing a little bit of this from the Sephora line. I talked about it. But this foundation is really, really beautiful on the skin. So I will check in. As you can see, the other products lay on top of it really beautifully. It looks really nice and light on the skin. It feels really light on the skin. It doesn't feel too drying or matte or anything like that. So I think if you do have dry skin, you will still be able to find you are able to wear this. Like I said, I skipped a mattifying primer and went with a primer water spray, or you could use a hydrating primer if you'd like. But I suggest if you do have drier skin to use some type of hydrating product prior to applying the foundation to the skin. But once you do apply it, it applies very evenly. I really love this brush. This just applies the foundation so quickly. I mean, literally you're just like boom, 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 done. And since it is so pigmented, it just kind of blends right in. It's very effortless. It doesn't take a lot of sort of like movement around with the product. It really sinks into the skin and spreads really nicely. So really, so far, I love the foundation. I just want to show you how it wears on the skin so that you can get an idea of longevity for the foundation. So I will check back in a few more hours and you can see how it looks on the skin. 5 hours later. About 5.5 actually. And this is how the foundation has held up. Now I haven't done any type of touch-up. Now I got food on my face at lunch and I wiped my chin a lot, and so I feel like there's a little bit of peek through on my chin right here, but that's because I got food, like it dripped out of my mouth, which is like inevitable for me. I'm such a messy eater. Honestly, my husband makes fun of me all the time because of it. But so I got a little bit right there, and I like scrubbed like with my napkin on my chin. So if I do have a little bit right here, it's honestly because of that. So when I'm looking in the mirror, I mean, and you can probably tell, the makeup still looks really, really good. And my pores look really, really good. Besides this one little spot right here on my chin, which is honestly a lot of times where my foundation wears off anyways. But besides these spots, like on my forehead, it still looks good. For the amount of foundation that I used, which was just like a tiny little pump, I'm really, really impressed. I found I've worn it 14 hours. I think at the 15-hour mark is when it started to break down. Now, I didn't have any other products on top of it, but it kept me matte and nice. Now, like I said, if you have dry skin, I know I said it before about how to make this foundation work, is I just use any type of moisturizer or hydrating primer. But it's really, really great. I think also if you have oily skin, this does a great job at oil control. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the foundations, and we're just going to swatch them. This one is Alabaster. It is described as a fair cool. The second shade is Pearl, and it is described as a fair warm. This shade is Shell, and it is described as a light warm. This shade is Porcelain, and it is described as a light neutral right here. Bottom shade is Sand, and this is described as a light warm. This is the shade that I used. Now we're moving into the medium shades. The shade is called Almond. I mixed my foundation with this one, and this is described as a medium cool. This is Fawn. It's described as a medium neutral. This is Latte. It's described as a medium warm. This is Caramel, and it is a tan warm with golden undertones. This is Macchiato, and it is a tan cool. This is Bronzed, and it is a tan neutral. And we have Nutmeg, which is a tan warm. Now we're into the deeper shades. This is Cafe, which is a dark cool. Okay, we have Walnut, which is a dark neutral. We have Cocoa, which is a dark warm. We have Carob, which is a deep cool. The last one is Espresso, which is a deep neutral. So these are all of the deep shades. I really appreciate that there was a full range of shades. I think we're seeing more and more companies are understanding that there is a desperate need for that when releasing a foundation shade, because everyone wants to have a foundation color in their, like, a shade that's going to match their skin, you know what I mean? So I really am impressed with the shade selection, and I like the fact that it tells you the different undertones, so it kind of makes it easier if you know your undertone to sort of choose if you are going to be shopping online. You can save 15% off on it. That is using my affiliate code, which I will leave down below, but it is Lola15 off. Lola in all caps. So hopefully that can save you a few dollars if you do choose to use it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe below before you leave, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.